Okay, welcome to Math 86 Lesson 3. We're going to do a warm-up before we get to solve more linear equations. Sorry, fixing the light here. All right, so number one, lowest common denominator, LCD. Hopefully you've heard that before. What is the lowest common denominator of 1/4 and 1/9? The denominators are 4 and 9. 4 has factors of 2 2's, 9 has factors of 3's. They have no common factors. So when they have no common factors, the LCD is just multiply them together and you get your 36. But when you have a 6 and a 9, this is a 2 and a 3. This is a 3 and a 3. So they have a common factor of 3. And one rule is common factor of 3 and each of the other factors they don't have in common. That would give you an 18. The other rule says you take the multiples of the larger one. So 9 times 1 is 9. 6 doesn't go into 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 6 goes into 18, so it's 18. So either of those methods would work. And reduce fractions, the divisibility rules say if it ends in an even number, you can divide by 2. So 16 and 18 divide by 2, still even at the end. 8 and 9, which means it was divisible by 4 to start with. If you didn't notice it, you can get there 2 2's. Do not use decimals, please. They did have a common factor of 4, which you can then divide by in one step. Okay, 42 and 32, I have no idea. I'm just going to divide by 2 because they're even. I'm going to get 21 and 16. 21 is a 7 and a 3. 16 is a lot of 2's, or 4 times 4, so they have no factors in common. So we're going to leave it as an improper fraction. Do not use decimals. The calculator can help you divide by this, but you can't get a fraction back from it. So learn your divisibility rules. Okay. So we need those when we're adding and subtracting fractions, which we did in Unit 0. So this is just a warm-up. So there are some fractions coming your way in the lesson. So just going over these skills. So to add two fractions together that don't have a common denominator, we notice that 4 is a common factor of 8. So we can use 8, keep the 8, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. And you'll get 13 over 8 as your final answer. 4 and 7 are your denominators. They have no factors in common, therefore you multiply them together to get an LCD. And then 4 goes into 28 7 times. So that's 21, and 7 goes into 48 4 times. You know what I mean? And that's a 20. So that is 41 over 28. And they have no factors in common, so that's your final answer. Let's see. Factor LCD of 7 and 21, you can use the 21. Keep that as it is, 21. 7 into 21 is 3. 3, 9. Negative and a negative is a larger negative. And that is reducible by 7. Factor of 7, so negative 2 over 3. 6 and 9, we decided it was 18 is your LCD. So 6 into 18 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 9 into 18 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Therefore, we get 23 out of 18. They have no common factors, so they're not reducible. All right, now we got 3. 2 goes into 6, but it doesn't go into 5. So the problem is 6 and 5, which do not have any common factors. 6 times 5 is 30. So we're going to use 30. So this is going to be 2 into 30 is 15. And that's a negative. 6 into 30 is 5. And that's a negative. 5 into 30 is 6. So that's a negative. So all those negatives added together, what, 52 over 30, which is even. 52 divided by 2 is 26. Negative 26/15. All right, same thing when there's variable terms versus constant terms. We're still looking at the LCD. 2 goes into 4, but 3 doesn't go into 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Don't forget the x's. And the first one is positive. 3 into 12 is 4. 2 into 12 is 6. 4 into 12 is 3. Double negative is positive. 9. So 6 plus 8 plus 9 is 23/12 x. This is just a simplification of your expression here. Okay, here we go with some, sorry, it's a little off the page. Sorry about that. So we can put the rest on the page. There we go. Okay. 8 times this negative fraction, where 8 is, whole numbers are in the numerator. So this is a positive 8 times a negative 3 is a negative 24. 1 times 8 is 8. You reduce that, 8 goes in 3 whole times. You can do the cross out method. This is 8 over 1 times negative 3 over 8. So the 8's go away, they reduce away, which leaves you with a negative 3, if that's helpful. Put it over a 1, make sure your reminder this is in the numerator. 12 times 3 is 36, divided by 4 is 9. Or you can do 12 times 3, 1 times 4. 4 comes out of the 12 3 times, which is 9 over 1, which is 9. And let's see, a negative times a negative is a positive. 12 on top, 72 underneath. And I don't enjoy reducing fractions, so I like to kind of go like this, 9, 8, and the 4 comes out of the 8. And the 3 comes out of the 9. So you end up with a 6 and a 1. So if you divide this by 2, you'll get your, oops, by your 6, you'll get, hold on, going too fast here. Like I said, I don't like reducing fractions. 12 goes into 72, so we are dividing by 12. So 2 and 3, and that will get you your quarter. You might think about the reducing thing. All right, negative times a negative is a positive. 4 times 9 is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. Something that's the same as something else is 1. Remember that? 4 times 9 over 9 times 4. 4 go away, 9 goes away. Everything is left is a 1. All right, this one has do not use mixed numbers or decimals. I understand that this is 15 7/3, but you can't, a mixed number is not the simplest form. not the preferred simplest form. So there's a couple ways to go. If you remember how to convert a mixed number, you can make it a mixed number, this weird problem here. This is 3 times 15. You can make this mixed number then into an improper fraction if you remember how to do that. That is a skill you do need to know. That's 45 plus 7 over 3 is 52 over 3. And to check my work, what I'm going to do is this is 15 over 1. Your LCD is a 3. So 15 times 3 is 45, plus 7 is 52. Okay. Over here, I don't know why this doesn't look focused here. I don't think it's going to get any better. This is going to be 5 over 1 plus 3 over 8 is the same as 2 things over 8. So times 8 is 40 equals 43 over 8. If you want to double check, 5 plus 3/8 is 5 3/8. A mixed number would be 5 times 8 plus 3, which is 43 over 8. Either way, hope this was helpful.